Hello, hello, and welcome to Autumn Willow's Doll Nursery. My name's Miranda, and today we are here for a little bit of a story time, maybe even, I guess, a little bit of show and tell. So I do have with me another one of the Celsius. This is the lemon and raspberry lemonade version, which is, I think, my favorite. And of course some water. And today I wanted to share little Aubrey with you. She was my entry into the replicas. She was the very first replica I ever bought. And there's a bit of a story time here. I ended up ruining her about 10 or 11 days after getting her. And I'll explain that. So her limbs did not want to move. You know how they can get real stuck. And I had heard if you put super glue into the tracks of the limbs, let it dry, and then you put it back together, it slicks the tracks down. And I put too much glue, and I'll show you. Here, we'll undress her and I will explain why she may look a little different than the replicas you have seen. We'll just get down to this. So I'd put too much, and I wasn't paying attention as it was drying. And it dripped all down her little body. So I'm just going to take off. We'll just sit her up a little bit. We'll just take off this onesie here. Whoop. Okay. Lop her back down. Okay. I don't know if you can see here. Set her like this. On her leg here, this line, that was where some glue had gotten on her. Here, on the back of her thigh, that's a glue drip. Glue drip on that thigh. All of her limbs have the glue drips. Because I had put too much and wasn't paying attention as the limbs were sitting. So, I was devastated. Obviously, because I had already so quickly bonded with her. We got her the day we were leaving for Sukkot, not this past Sukkot, but the one before that. And she was my first bigger, she was my second toddler size, bigger baby. My first was Rayma. You guys have not seen her, but my mom has Rayma now. And she calls her Remy. So she was my second toddler size doll. I was devastated when I got glue all over her, and my husband, of course, was like, just get another one. It was a replica. They don't cost that much, just get another one. So that's what I did. And Jeff, he's always trying to make, like, anytime something bad happens, Jeff is the type. He's always looking for that silver lining, that positive little aspect. I had to get a drink of my water there. And he was like, why don't you take this as an opportunity to try to paint a doll? We had talked about me trying to paint a doll, but I was afraid of investing that much money into all of the supplies and kits and everything. I mean, you could easily have $500 to $1,000 wrapped up into getting started painting a doll, depending on how you go about it. And whether you're wanting to do air dry versus heat set. That also affects the cost. And I just didn't want to spend that kind of money if, I wasn't sure if I was going to be good at it. And it did seem to be something out of my grasp. I didn't think that I had it in me to attempt But Jeff said, you've got a doll here that you can't ruin this kit anymore. Why don't you just try painting? And so I eventually thought, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I'll do air dry. I'll just get, you know, cheap craft paint. Get some varnish and try to paint a doll. So I did. I followed a tutorial on YouTube and sat out to paint her, to paint Aubrey here. I do have some mess ups, obviously, being this was my first time trying to paint. This vein here did not, I don't know if you can see that. That vein is a little too prominent and not very well done. Also, I didn't realize I had a paint run on her heel there. Do you see the purple paint? Didn't realize that happened, so that was a mistake. But overall, she turned out pretty good. This vein on the side of her head is not that fantastic either. But like I said, overall she turned out pretty good. And something a little crazy happened. Oh, and I cut her hair. She had really long hair when I got her. Her hair's looking wild right now. She needs a bath. And I've noticed that if you, with the replica hair, it can get frizzy and a little sometimes. I will just wet it down real good and put some conditioner in it and then rinse it out, and the hair looks great again. Now, being that I didn't know very much about painting when I painted her, I didn't have the best materials, her paint did not hold up very well. I didn't change her eyes or eyelashes. I could have. I just didn't feel up to that at the time. So, and anyway, you know, her kit was already ruined. I was planning on trashing her anyway. Or giving her to a little kid or somebody. You know, I wasn't planning on keeping her because I purchased another replica of her. And I thought about, I wasn't too keen on the straight arms, to be honest with you. So I was looking at the replica Cody Bear limbs to possibly be new limbs for her for the next kit, and then I would just paint them both to match. I haven't done that yet. It's been over a year and I still have not finished. I've been afraid. I've been afraid of messing them up again. So I had to put it on the back burner for a while because as you can see, we'll just get to this. She has paint rubs on her hands. I don't know if the camera's picking that up at all, but there are paint rubs on her fingers. Now, what I didn't expect to happen was I was still so very much bonded to this doll, even though she had so many mess ups. And even though I didn't give her the best painting job since she was my very first attempt at painting, I still was extremely bonded to her. She did not have paint rubs in the beginning, obviously. When I had first painted her, she did not have paint rubs at all. But I was changing her twice a day, every day, for over a year. And that's when we got the paint rubs. Because I was handling her so much and she was going every single place I went. I did not go anywhere without her. She saw so much wear and tear. Look at her. I'll show you her little feet. I'm sure you can see where there's paint rubs on her toes. So that taught me a pretty good lesson. That I needed to figure out a better way of preserving the paint. I think I have finally done that. I did some research. I had to ask a ton of people. First, I had to find a place where I could safely ask about painting replicas, because when I first got her, I didn't know there were groups safe for people that had replicas. And I certainly didn't know anywhere I could ask about painting a replica. So she was kind of hidden. I couldn't post her in the groups that I was in or anything like that. She was a dirty little secret, I guess, at first. But I think I have finally figured out a method of painting that should preserve the paint better. Now, she could use another coat of varnish, but I don't know what I'm going to do with her. I don't know if I'm just going to leave her as she is and just work on the second kit and just focus all of my attention on the second kit. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't made up my mind yet, but she is still, I don't know what it is. And here's the thing. I had seen the Maddie kit before, and I did not like the Maddie kit. And I couldn't see what all the hubbub was about because I didn't like it. But the more I kept seeing her in different places, I was wondering. I was like, well, I wonder what she is like in person. And that's why I went ahead and went with this replica. She was a bigger baby, which is what I was wanting. She was on Amazon. So I just went for it. I was not expecting to like her as much as I did. Oh, the Celsius is good. But, so I did. Went with her. Ended up falling absolutely in love with her. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I could try to fix the paint rubs and varnish her again. Do a seal. I mean, I could attempt to fix her, and I may end up doing that. But for now, I just wanted you to see my failed attempt. And know that it's, I mean, if you've thought about trying to paint, and you don't want to spend a lot of money on the attempt, you can practice with craft paints and replica kits. And of course, I had to strip her. I'll put in some pictures. I had to strip her factory paint off. I had to go, and wash the limbs. I had to go through all this stuff, prep the limbs, the whole 9 yards. I think it took me, it probably took me somewhere between 10 and 15 days to finish her from, start to finish. I can't remember exactly how many days, but I'll insert some pictures of what the kit looked like or at least her head when I stripped her, and what she looked like right after I finished her. So before she had the paint rubs, and she's looking pretty shiny right now. But I'll show you what she looked like when I finished her. And I didn't like how, like I said, her hair was really long, and obviously with the replicas, they can be pretty pluggy in the front, but if you fix them bangs, it's easier to hide that. So that's a little tip there. Now, I'm going to get her dressed. That's what we're going to do for right now. I am going to put on her, it's kind of like a little fall outfit. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a little piglet, a little bear. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But those fall-like pants and this little sweater that says love, dream, sparkle, shine, and be kind. This is I guess like a sage green. And the pants are like a maroon, reddish crimson color, with flowers and leaves and grass on it. So we'll go with that. I think what I may end up doing, I may end up washing her hair, because her hair is looking pretty wild. So I'm going to take this stuff out. Okay. Now she does have a natural part. I'm going to find it here. right through here. I'm going to use this comb. Her hair's still real soft, but it is frizzy. It needs washed. Yeah, her hair needs washed. Oh gosh, we're looking wild. We're looking wild. Here you can kind of see what her hair looks like down. It's a little floofy. Just a little floofy. Okay. I will end up washing her hair, but I'll save that for later. For now, we're just going to get her dressed, and I may try to put her hair in pigtails. That's kind of my go-to hairstyle for the toddler-sized babies. Oof. There we go. Let's see. Okay. I need to paint the Pika. I need to paint the hybrid kit of Maddie and Cody Bear. And I've got a couple of dolls that could use some varnishing. And I have varnished all of my dolls, even the authentic ones, because I handle my dolls a lot. They need it at least once a year. So it is that season. It is that time. Let's see, what socks? Those are too lime green. I think we'll just go with the pink. I've just been putting it off and putting it off. Because I don't super enjoy painting. It's a little bit stressful. And I'm the type of person who likes to finish a project like in the same day I start the project. And you absolutely cannot do that with painting a baby. Give her some spritz. This is Lenore J. Scents Baby's Bottom. Found that on Etsy. Now, find some hair stuff. Don't know if I have it. I may just have to go with pink. Whoop. Throwing ribbons. Alright, I'm going to keep it simple and just go with these here. Sit her up. Hopefully you guys can still see what I'm doing here. I am just going to pull a little bit of hair right here. Well, maybe I'll do bigger pigtails. Let's do that. There we go. Cutting her hair was pretty easy. I didn't have any problems with it. The only doll that I've had problems with was when I cut Ray Liana's hair. I cut it too short. I don't know what. Oop. I grabbed two of the wrong bows. Hang on. I don't know what got into me that day. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention or if I didn't have a clear vision in my head when I started off, but yikers, did I cut it way too short. Alright. Normally I don't have trouble. I think I've cut almost every replica that I've gotten. I've cut their hair, so here's how she's looking. Yeah, my only real complaint, I wish she would have at least had one bent arm. Love the legs, love the feet. And she's just, the face that I used to not like, I definitely like. Well, the face is just so cute. Alrighty. So that's little Aubrey. Replica of Maddie by, I do believe it's Bonnie Brown. Some days I'm real good at remembering all the kits and things, and then some days I'm not. I don't know. Fuzzies. Okay. I think that's going to wrap up this video. We do have a lot of work to do in the studio today. Working on a bit of a vlog for the next video. So we're going to be in the studio all evening, aren't we? More than likely. She's just too cute, guys. She's just too cute. But can you see why for like a whole year she was really the only doll that I messed with? Like, I was changing her. She went everywhere with me. I put her in her pajamas every night. I dressed her every day. She had her diaper changed every day. Like, obviously I was reusing the diapers. I wasn't throwing them away. But I had like 5 diapers from a package, and I was just reusing those 5 over and over again. But I had her on the Babysit Me app almost every day. So she was getting so much attention, like I said, for over a year. And that's why we have paint rubs, isn't it, little Aubrey? That's why we have paint rubs. So we're going to figure something out. We're going to have to figure out, like, do I just fix her as best I can and keep her, and then have the other doll with the different limbs be just a separate, like, not Aubrey, but like a different, I don't know, and have them as twins? I don't know. I don't know what to do yet. I haven't made up my mind. We don't know. We don't know. But I know there's no way. I'm so bonded to her, even in her messy state, that I could never just throw her away, or even give her away. So she's stuck with me. I am stuck with her. We'll see you guys on the next video. If you've ever tried painting a doll, tell me your story in the comments below. I would love to hear how your experience went, and was it a one and done, or did you keep painting? Do you have a business now? Tell me your story. And we will see you next time on Autumn Willow's Doll Nursery. Bye for now.